New tonight, if you've ever had to wait on a train at a railroad crossing, you know how frustrating it can be. But what about when the lights are flashing, the gates are down, but no train ever crosses the road? WHSV's Channing Frampton investigates the issue and joins us here in the studio with answers.
Yeah, false alarms like this one at railroad crossings. This one's at Elizabeth Street in Harrisonburg. They're actually a pretty big problem across the valley. We've gotten reports from many of you. I did some digging in this story that you'll see only on WHSV to see what's being done about it.
The bells go off. The arms come down. And you come to a stop, patiently waiting for the train to pass. You listen for the horn to sound, but all you get is this. What's going on?
We'll get a call about the railroad arm being down, but yet there's no train in sight.
Harrisonburg police say, as it turns out, these lights flash and gates block the road without a train more often than you would think.
Yeah, we do have calls probably several times a week.
It happens when train switching cars get too close to a crossing and stop before blocking traffic like this one in Harrisonburg. It can also happen when the electronics that bring the gates down wear out or need to be replaced. When that happens, the signal activates a fail-safe feature to protect us from the gates not activating when a train's about to cross. Even so, false alarms at these crossings are a problem that can lead to accidents like this one in Grottoes in 2014. The man involved here said he saw a train sitting still on one side of the crossing as the gates were down. Assuming nothing was coming, he crossed the railroad here and never saw the other train coming the other way. A kind of crash that happens across the country.
I think I can put it in a nutshell for you. It's a big problem.
Melvin Jones works with Operation Lifesaver, an organization that promotes railroad safety. He agrees that false alarms at railroad crossings can lead to drivers doing this, running the lights, putting lives at risk.
See tracks, think train.
We did some research and found these numbers. Across the nation, 1,193 people were involved in a grade crossing accident in 2013. Of those, 250 were killed. Here in Virginia, 9 people were in train crashes. 1 person was killed that same year. The trend continues in February of 2015 when this crash in New York killed 6. Melvin Jones knows what that's like.
A deputy that I had taught in the police academy while responding to a call was struck and killed while responding to that call, and that hit home.
One reason he works so hard to promote rail safety, especially considering the physics of trains.
So when you choose to go around those gates, putting on the brakes for a train is a lot harder than it is for you to put the brakes on in your car. We came to JMU's Bridgeforth Stadium to give a demonstration. Now, when you put your brakes on in your car, it might take a few hundred feet to come from a stop of going 55 miles per hour. But when a train applies its brakes, well, let me show you how far it takes. So when a train puts on its brakes going 55 miles per hour, it takes 18 football field lengths to come to a complete stop, or 1 mile.
I reached out to Norfolk Southern, the railroad responsible for the crossings in much of the valley. We have these photos and video of gates down and lights flashing with no train from the past couple of months. The railroad declined to go on camera, but here's what they said about several crossings in the area. At Elizabeth Street, false activations were reported multiple times in October, then again in January. At Rock Street, there were multiple reports in October of 2014. Finally, here on Bluestone Drive, a report of an activation failure back in September. When investigators tried to recreate the failure, they couldn't, so they gave the signal a test, which passed, and the next train passed safely. This particular crossing is one the Harrisonburg Department of Public Transportation has had to deal with in the past.
For us, it was just a matter of looking at our options. If we're not able to physically move a bus, we just need to get that information out.
Stop requested.
Bus drivers dealt with the arms being down without a train on the first day of class at JMU in the fall of 2014, a problem HDPT was quick to tweet about to let everyone know. With situations like this, the city, police, and railroad all work together to keep us safe.
If something in the rare sense like this happens, we all work together. It is a collaborative effort with JMU, with Norfolk Southern, and the city of Harrisonburg to make sure that we ensure safety.
Just to make sure the next time the gates come down, we remember to play it safe and wait.
And going forward, what is the railroad going to do about this?
Well, I talked to Norfolk Southern, and they actually told me that they're going to plan on monitor future false activations at the crossings that we mentioned in this story. And you can learn more about the railroad, Operation Lifesaver, and the people you saw in this story with a special section on WHSV.com.
Janik, thank you very much.